ng may lindol.
Okay, hi Damni.
Hi, Anshul. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Anshul, you are audible.
All right, Damni, are we good to start? Do we have all the students?
Uh, just give me a minute. Let me check the participation name. Someone joined from the name of admin. So can we please enter the correct name? So we can understand who's login. The person login with the name of admin. Durgesh. So we can start now.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone, guys. A very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Maticus Learning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Anshul Agarwal, and I am the training head for the North India Centers of Imarticus Learning. Okay, so me and my team are looking after the centers across Lucknow, Jaipur, Gurgaon, and Delhi. Okay, so from today, you all are starting your training journey with the Marticus, and we are having this bachelor session uh, to welcome you for your new journey, and as well as provide you an overview about the entire training process and also about the placement process which will be followed for your program. Okay. So let me start by first of all introducing Marticus Learning to you. Damni, we can move to the slide. Uh, no, the slide with our founders. Okay. Yeah. All right. So guys, the people you are seeing on your screen are our founders. Okay. Nikhil and Sonia, they lead us. And the Imarticus Learning Firm was established in 2012. The firm started its operations from South India, and very quickly we were able to establish a presence across other regions of India as well. Okay, so today we are active across most of the regions of India, and recently the firm has also stepped outside and established its presence in the international market by starting its operations in Dubai, UAE. Okay. Now, Imarticus Learning is offering various programs, guys, across the fields of finance, data science, and artificial intelligence. These are all skill-based programs, and all these offered programs have been designed in consultation with the industry partners, and from the feedback we get from the industry, based on that, the curriculum is updated regularly to meet the most current requirements of the industry. Okay, guys, please understand, we are not a placement company, we are a training and placement provider. Okay, so there is an entire process of training which needs to be followed very sincerely by all the students, and then only you become eligible for placements and you would get good placements. Okay, please don't keep it in mind that because you have enrolled for the program, you will definitely get a good placement. Okay, there is a training process and then the placement process comes. Okay, so your entire program is structured in such a way that you become ready for placements. Now it's up to you that you take the program sincerely so that you gain enough domain knowledge, your technical skills as well as your soft skills are improved, so that you are good to go for company interviews and get placed in a good company. Okay, so although our objective is getting a good placement, guys, please take this training process very sincerely. This is the process which is going to ensure your placements at the end. Okay, talking more about Imarticus, Damini, we can move to the next slide. Yeah. Uh, till date, we have provided trainings to more than 35,000 students and our average training feedback has been close to 4.7. Okay. Now, guys, we want, it's a good number, but we want it to make even better. We want to reach 4.9, 4.95. So we seek feedback from the students itself. Okay. So this is the feedback given by the students based on which the score is calculated, and we'll reach out to you also to provide your inputs, to provide your suggestions so that we can improve further. Okay. Please be active in giving the feedbacks. We have more than 200 plus trainers on board, which are offering more than 20 programs across finance, analytics, and artificial intelligence. We have partnerships with 480 plus firms. This would include the partnership with the for the training part as well as from the placement part. So these partners would help us in keeping our curriculum updated, relevant, and as per the requirements of the industry. And also they will help us out in terms of placing the students of MRTCUS. Okay. The median salary offered for eligible students is 4+ lakhs. Okay. So it is slightly more than 4 lakhs. This is the median figure, guys. This is not an average figure which has been impacted by 1 or 2 outliers. This is a median figure which is not impacted by any outlier. Okay. So guys, exact package would depend upon you and also upon the industry requirements. Okay. The highest package has been 11 lakhs, and again, it can vary anywhere from 3 to 11 lakhs, given that what is the industry requirement at that time, and how do you showcase your candidature at the time of interview. Okay. Guys, we have a 87% placement record, which is a very good number. So from all the eligible students, we are able to place 87% of them. That's a very good number, guys. Now, at the end of the day, we can put you across the interview table, but cracking the interview would again depend upon the hard work you have done. So please be very sincere in your training process so that our destination of getting a good placement is not a challenge at all. Okay. Now I'll ask Damini to introduce you about the gradebook and about the LMS portal, which will help you out in the training part. And guys, will also have an introduction with the trainer today, Mr. Alok. He'll be briefing you about himself and also will get to know about you. And after that, we'll also have a placement intervention in which the placement team would come and share the processes which are followed for the placement. Okay. So guys, today we are not going too much into technical discussions. It is more about getting an overview about who will be your point of contacts for training part, who will be your point of contacts for placement part, what is the training process that will be followed, and what would be the placement criteria. Okay. So guys, please be very attentive today. And if you have any questions related to training or placement, today would be a good time to shoot out those questions and get that clarity of mind before we start with our technical topic discussions from the next session. Okay. I'll request Damini to please help them out with the training process. Okay.
Thank you so much, Anshul, for your valuable time. Hi, everyone. Very good afternoon. I hope I'm loud and clear to everyone. I request the batch participate to acknowledge. You can unmute yourself or message in the chat box window.
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So again, I'm repeating the name. There's a person who log in with the name of admin. Can I know who exactly it is? The person log in with the admin. Can you please tell me your name? Because I'm unable to mark your attendance. The person who log in with the admin can unmute themselves or message in the chat box. Anshul, I'm not getting any response from this person, so I'm removing this person from the meeting then.
Yeah, guys, who is this person who has logged in as admin? Damini, do we have the name of the students with us who should be here?
Yes, I do have the name. I
Can you
start.
take the attendance, please?
Sorry.
Can you take the attendance, please?
Already done, Anshul.
No, I mean, can you spell out can you name those students who should be
Sure.
here?
Sachin Tomar.
Sachin is not here, so um, the person who has logged in as admin, is that person Sachin?
Nishant Chaudhary.
No, we don't even have Nishant.
Shreya. Sorry.
Yeah, admin, are you Nishant?
Yes, sir.
Nishant. So
Okay,
can you please
Damini, he's okay.
Okay.
Please, Nishant, you have to rename yourself. Go to the participants more and rename yourself. You are named as admin right now. You should mention it as Nishant.
Okay, sir.
It's done. It's done. Okay. So, Aarti, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, we will going to start with the training process first of all. So, this is the batch where we are going to provide the placement assured. So, in this batch, we have the grade book, which is called as a report card. We're going to see your progress, where we can see that how students are performing in the modules. So basically, in every module, we align our mocks, we align your exam, we have a class test also. On that basis, the training team and the placement team will going to analyze your performance. So I'm going to explain you one by one the criteria and the percentage of the grade book. So number one, the total weightage of the grade book is 100%. We define the grade book into 15 parameters. So I'm going to explain one by one. In case of any query, please feel free to ask in between. I will be happy to assist you. So first criteria is SQL exam. So the SQL exam percentage is 3%. So in we have the first module where we going after completing of the SQL module, we going to have a SQL written exam for you. And this is a mandate exam. Every student need to be participate, and basis on their exam, they will be evaluated and they will be getting the per scoring from the trainer. Then we do have the Python programming exam, which is a 5%. Third, we have a statistics exam, which is a 5%. We have the semester one mock, which is 8%. That means in the semester one, we having SQL, Python, and statistics. After completing of all the semester one module, we are going to conduct the semester one mock. That means 101 mock session with which is a Viva session with the trainer, and they will ask you the question any of the from the any of the module, and you need to become in you need to come into the formals. You need to carry your resume. If the classroom if the session moves to the classroom, then you need to come accordingly. If the session go online, then in over the meeting you need to come and present yourself in the form. You need to come and dress up informally. So fifth point is Python ML exam, which is 12%. Sixth is Python mock, which is 8%. Then seventh is data science with R exam, which is 8%. Eighth is data science with R mock, which is 7%. Ninth is Hadoop and Spark exam, which is 3%. Then we do have Tableau and Power BI exam, which is 5%. Then we do have a semester 3 mock, which is 6%. Then we have a final mock interview, which is 10%. That means the final mock means that means we are going to, once we cover all the modules, we are going to align your mock session, Viva session with our with our expert trainer, with our SME pool, where the trainer will ask you any of the questions from any of the module, which is 10%. And we have also the capstone project for you guys. Capstone project 1, which is 5%, capstone project 2, which is 7%, and additional project, which is 8%. So basically the capstone project is, we were going to provide you the topic. On that topic, you need to present your presentation and submit to the trainer, and trainer will going to score you. So you will be getting the 3 projects in between of the course, in basically in the semester, in the end of the semester 2 and in the semester 3 as well. So this is about the grade book. So any question, any doubt related to the grade book part, guys? Any question, Durgesh, Aarti?
Yeah, I have a small question.
Yes.
Since everything is going to be technical, and if we don't pass a certain test or exam, will there be a retest in that case?
Okay, so I'm going to, so for example, talking about the written exam. So we don't have, we are not going to provide the written in the written exam for the retest. In case if you fail into the mock, then there we have an option for the remock session for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. Any other question, guys?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and most important thing, guys, all assessments and exams are mandatory, as we are going to grade this one. So if in case in any student miss this exam or assessment, that will be impact in your grade book. So make sure whenever we having your exam assessments, you need to be present on that day, and you need to complete your exam on time. Okay. So talking about the mocks also, we are going to even for the mock, same goes to the mock. For the mocks also, you need to be present on the time which we assigned you, and you need to be present on the mock day. So basically your mocks exams is the most important thing for your certification part and your placement tool also. And we also have assigned a aptitude in your course. So there will be a 5 aptitude test on LMS, which is the timeline, we with the timeline limit features. Okay. So student, you have to take a aptitude test as per the course map. So you have, without fail, we have to practice on their own and pass in the next test. So basically, you have to complete your aptitude test over the LMS, and this 5 aptitude will be available over the LMS only. I will be going to show you what is LMS and how it would be help you. Okay. So we have lots of things for you related to the course part. So which we am going right now I'm explaining you, and I'm going to show you the LMS also. And we're also going to provide you the mentorship session in between of your course. So basically the mentorship session is a one-on-one mentorship session with our SME. So where we're going to guide you related to your career path. Okay. And then we have, uh, 1 minute. Yes. So this is all we have what talking about the additional projects. So there would be so basically the student will work on multiple data science project during the trainings. Okay. So there would be assessment and exam, while these projects are good enough to help you them to learn and practice. So additional projects will help you for the benefits like you can add on in your resume, and this will be help you to understand the concepts. So basically, that's the reason we have provided the additional projects, related to like in the public platform like Kaggle and GitHub. So this will be terms will be explained by the trainer. So this is all about the gradebook part. Now I'm going to show you the LMS portal, how it is look like, and what in this journey, how your LMS access will be help you. So guys, I hope the screen is visible for you. Okay.
Yes, it is visible, ma'am.
Okay. So in this is the your LMS. So this is your LMS portal. So we will going to provide the LMS access to you guys all to today itself. So you will be able to you need to enter your user details, like for example your email ID which you register in Nematicus and the password. Once you enter both the details, you need to sign in. Once you sign in the page, you will be able to see there's a one booklet coming into your screen, which is like post-graduation data analytics, which is 75 self-placed modules. Once you enter into the LMS in the booklet, then you will able to see you have all the course assigned to you from starting to beginning. So I'm just picking up the one for example, SQL, which is your first module. Then you can able to see there's a class presentation, the PPT, we have the quizzes, project on SQL, student notes, additional readings, everything. So basically the trainer who going to run the presentation in the class, you already assign in your LMS portal. That means all the information is already in your portal access. So we also have the pre-recorded videos available. I'm just randomly choosing any module to show you where you can see. Okay. So this is the again PPTs we have. See, there's a lots of PPTs available for every single module. You have the PPTs available. So these are the quantitative aptitudes. So guys, this is your portal access, how it look like. And now I'm going, any question related to the portal part, first of all?
No, ma'am.
Now I'm going to show one more important point I would like to discuss with you guys. 1 minute. Yes. So this is the placement eligibility criteria. This part will be covered by the placement team only. So once our grade book is ready, so we will going to come into the percentages. Like the student who's I'm going to explain you the percentages and on the impact of the certificate. So the student who score 90 and above, they will be receiving the grade A certificate, that means certificate of excellence. Student who scores 70 and 89%, that means grade B, they will be receiving the certificate of achievement. 50 and 69, grade C, they will be receiving the certificate of completion. 49 and below, they will come into the grade D, they will be receiving the certificate of participation. Basis on your percentage, you will be receiving the certificate and you will be receiving the certificate of completion or participation, achievement, and excellence. So once your grade book is ready, you will be fall into the percentages. Once you fall into the percentages, you will be receiving the certificate according to your percentage. For example, we have also added the certificate of example, which is like Divya Bharti, who complete their course in Nematicus and receive the certificate of completion. That means she fall into 50 and 69%. So this is how we are providing the certificate to the students. Any questions related to the certificate part, guys?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, so this is a very important slide for us. So your feedback is valuable to us, which is very true. So guys, we started with our journey now in Emarticus. We are starting with a course, and you will be receiving multiple feedback from over the LMS. And we are also going to engage. We are also come and having a conversation like open house session. We are going to do in case of in terms of anything you required or you required any assistance, any concern, so you can please raise out and tell us on that particular time so we can assist you accordingly. So for the feedbacks, we have the steps. So for example, we are starting with the feedback through LMS after completing of every module. So once we are completing with the SQL, we are going to take your feedback. Once we're completing with the Python basics, then again feedback. And once we completed with the semester 1 module, then again feedback. So this is how we are going to take module-wise module feedback. We also have, you can reach out to the training governance team. That means who take care by the training team, that me and Sakshi. So you can reach out to us anytime over the email and over the call also. Whenever it's required, you don't need to wait for the feedback form. If you think you require any assistance or any help, feel free to reach out to us. Plus, we're also going to do open house session, which is where you can provide suggestions, concerns during the open house session. So anything comes up related to the class, related to the study material, related to the LMS access, you can feel free to reach out to the training team members. Then in case the training team members are unable to help you within a 24-hour frame, then you can reach out to the training head. The training head is Anshul. So Anshul is the training head who is taking, so you can reach out to Anshul then. If me and Sakshi unable to help you, then you can reach out to Anshul. In case Anshul also not available, then you can reach out to the center head. Center head is Abhijit Mehrotra. In case the center head is also unable to help you, then you can write an email to vcare@ematicus.com. But make sure you need to come across to me or Sakshi if you have any doubt, any question or any query. So feel free to reach out to us in any time. So we're happy to assist you on particular time. Make sure whenever you have concern or doubt, ask immediately. Don't wait for other things. Just ask immediately and clear your doubt on that point. Okay. So this is about from the training team, guys. Any question related to the training part?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now I'm going to ask you the Rajat and Gitika who is going to take care of the placement part. So they both are available now. So Rajat, shall we start with the placement now?
I'm just waiting for 2 minutes. Gitika is about to join.
Okay.
Hi guys, my name is Rajat Arora and I'm taking care of business development part for entire North region. I'm the responsible person for bringing companies for you. Meanwhile, Gitika is joining. Can you people start with your introduction? Aarti?
Yeah, very warm welcome. This is Geetika Gupta. I have joined the session. Am I audible?
Your voice is breaking, Gitika ma'am.
Just a minute, please. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, so Aarti, can you please introduce yourself? Am I
Aarti,
audible? Yeah.
you are audible. Aarti, are you there? I think she's out somewhere. Let's move to Durgesh. Durgesh, can you please tell something about yourself? Durgesh, are you there?
Able to reply us or not?
I don't know what is happening.
Damini, are we audible to you?
Yes, Gitika, you are audible to us.
Hi, sir. Rishabh this side. Can I start with my introduction?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Uh, Hi, sir. Rishabh. I'm currently working with ICICI Bank. So, starting with my educational background, I have completed my higher studies in BTech from Noida Institute of Technology from Noida
Okay.
itself, and then I have joined Axis Bank in 2017, and I've been working with Axis Bank for around last 3.5 years. Then I have changed my job, and I'm currently working with ICICI Bank as a retail forex relationship manager.
Okay.
And when you have completed your BTech?
I've completed my BTech in 2015.
Okay. And since 2015 to 2017, what was why this gap is there?
Actually, ma'am, I was preparing for a government job. So I was preparing for IBPS and SSC, etc. So somehow I have tried it for 1 or 2 years, not succeeded. Then I have joined Axis Bank.
All right, sure. And in ICICI, you are into Forex department, right?
Yes, I takes
Forex
care of retail
operations.
forex.
Okay.
Actually, I am looking after a whole region. So I am looking after Ghaziabad as a region. So it includes 19 branches in Ghaziabad. So all the retail forex business happens there in Ghaziabad. I act as a support for all of them from the product side of retail forex.
All right. And your BTech is in which stream, Rishabh?
It's in electronics and communication.
EC. All fine. Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, Sachin, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Sachin Tomar. I have completed my graduation in 2013 in BCom, and currently right now I'm working in GenTech, and I have total experience about more than 5.3 years in finance.
5.3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah. And your graduation?
and BCom in 2013.
BCom. In which year you have completed your BCom?
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have done graduation only or PG as well or any other courses?
Now I have planned for MBA, but at the same time I got to know about this course, so I have enrolled in this one.
Okay.
So, see my
Sure.
passion.
Okay. Thank you. And in Genpact, what is your, in which division are you working with?
In finance.
In
Operation.
finance. Finance operations.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Durgesh? No. Okay. Nishant?
Hello, ma'am. I am audible.
Yes, I can hear you now.
I am Nishant. I have completed my BTech in Computer Science from Ghaziabad, Rajkumar Goyal Institute of Technology. Now I am working with Global Logic as an associate analyst from last 1.5 years.
And when you have your BTech in which stream? Nishant, your BTech, which stream you have done your BTech?
Computer science, ma'am.
CSE. And year of passing?
Sorry.
Year of passing? In which year you have completed?
2017.
2017. All fine, sure. And you have 1.5 years of experience, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Are you currently working?
Yes, ma'am.
And why there is a gap in your experience and in your graduation?
Actually, ma'am, some family issues with my father and mother expired in last 2 years.
Oh, so sorry for to know that. Yeah. Okay, fine. BTech. Thank you. Rajati?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, ma'am, my name is Rajati and I have completed my undergraduation from University of Toronto. I did a course called Digital Enterprise Management. Then I was running my home studio for a few years, like we have an audio video studio. And then I started working. So I worked with a few companies. Right now I'm just working with Concentrix in their North American process called RB for social media. So I'm working primarily for the North American market.
Okay.
For
Awesome.
record business.
So total, and in which year you have completed your graduation?
Ma'am, 2008, long back.
Okay. And how many years of experience do you have in total?
Ma'am, I have 5 years of corporate experience and 4 years of running my own studio.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I think I'm left with Aarti and Durgesh. And Durgesh, yes, we cannot, you are not audible to us. Aarti, can you hear us?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, please introduce.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Aarti. I am in the finance and accounting field. I did my MCOM in 2014, and I worked with Genpact for first year of my career, and I left Genpact in 2015. After that, I'm working with an Indian hospital and working in an Indian accounting system from last 4 years.
Last 2 years.
4 years, ma'am.
4 years, okay.
Yeah.
All fine, sure. No problem, Durgesh. We are going to share a form with you. You will require to fill your details there. Okay, no problem. But you can hear us. We cannot, but we are audible to you, right? Okay, thank you for confirmation, Durgesh. Rajat, can
Your voice is breaking.
that thing, can you continue? I'll joining you back.
Hello.
Rajat, I think some problem here. Can you please start? I'm joining back.
Okay. So guys, in your final mock, which will be taken by the internal trainer. So if you score more than 50% marks, the grading will be divided into T3, T2 and T1 based out on your scores. Minimum T3 is required to come into the placement pool. Those who score minimum 50% marks need to go for a retraining and score 50% or above marks, and then they come to our pool. Those who score more than 50% marks, we will be giving them the access to our placement portal, which is with name Superset. So when we will receive your tiering from the governance team, we will send you the invite for the registration and enrollment on Superset. You need to register and enroll and then inform us so that we can update your tiering and score. And then you can start applying for the opportunity which we will going to post after your registration and enrollment.
To add on one thing with this, once you complete your course and you're clearing your final mock, everything, you will be required to complete your Skillenza and capstone projects as well. After completion of this complete course, you will get the opportunities from our side. Are we clear on this point? So Damini will already have informed you about this, but still we are just again informing you about the theme, right? So once you complete, you are done with your complete course, including your final mocks, your Skillenza, your all the capstone projects, your assignments. Once you're done with all these things, you will get the placement opportunity from our side. Whoever will complete this process with minimum tiering of T3, or you could call as a grade C. So students who secure below 50%, they will not be eligible for the placement opportunity until they get clear their tiering with minimum tier 3. Are we clear on this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank
guys,
you for
let's move to next point. So after registration and enrollment, we will post all the job opportunities on Superset only. There will be no emails or calls or anything made by the career service team. Only all the jobs will be posted on Superset. So whenever we post job on Superset, Superset will directly trigger an email on your registered email address and text message on your registered mobile number to notify you that we have posted a job post on Superset. In that case, you need to open your Superset account, check the job description, eligibility criteria, all the parameters visually given there. Go through company's website, and if you found that the opportunity is suitable to you and you are eligible, then you can apply. So keeping track of the Superset is completely your responsibility. We will, as a career service team, is not going to send any email on your email ID or making calls. But yes, in case company is asking for urgent profile, we will going to make calls and mails as well. But this is an exceptional case. But as a process, you can get jobs from Superset only. Now comes to your final mock, based on which we will, you will get your final mock score and you will get the placement portal access. So in final mock, all the things which you will going to learn in your level 1, level 2, level 3, plus whatever you have highlighted in your CV or resume, trainer will going to ask question from anywhere. So from the starting, try to cover up the things in such a way that you will at least the concept will fix in your mind, so that you can easily crack the final mock and with a good tiering, at least with level 1 or level 2, so that you can be eligible for each and every company. Now comes to the eligibility. As I already told you, T3 is required in your final or placement mock. I would like to clarify two things. Earlier, Damni told you about the grade book. So grade book is something different. Based on your grade book, you will going to receive your certificate. But in the final mock or placement mock, you will going to receive placement opportunities. Is this point clear to all of you? Grade book and final mock?
Yeah, I had a question.
Yes, please.
So basically, in terms of the placement, we will only get access to a placement portal. Is that the extent of the support that we'll be given? Because I was kind of hoping that we would be at least got to the interview part for the, for the placement purpose?
Yes, yes. So let me clear you on this. From Superset, you will get the job description, right? That what company is looking forward. And if you're falling under that criteria, you need to apply for the position. Then we are going to share those profiles with the company, and we will line up your interviews accordingly. So this will be the process.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Are we clear on this? Yes, because this is a placement assured program. So you will get the opportunity, but the opportunities will not be floated you over the mail, but you will get those opportunities via Superset, where all the job details will be in detailed form will be there. The job description, company's requirement, job requirement, job location, then what would be the CPC, every single detail you will get in the job description, their eligibility criteria, everything, right? All these things will be mentioned in the job description except at Superset. You need to check those quality, and if you're falling under that criteria, you can apply for the position, and then we can take it ahead and lined up your interviews and all the processes. Right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys,
So
comes
about,
to yes, please.
yes, please. Yeah, Rajat, please go on.
Okay. Next point is, guys, you have to score 80% and above. Attendance will be there. And don't try to miss out any class, because if you miss any class, you will going to miss next onward class as well, because all the topics are interrelated. अगर आप बीच में एक भी चीज भूल जाते हो तो आपको आगे की चीजों को ग्रैब करने में डिफिकल्टी होगी. So don't try to miss the class. Try to maintain the attendance at least 80% or above. Next point is, guys, to get eligible for the tier 1 companies. If I'm talking about who hires PGA candidates, like Accenture, like Ernst & Young, like Gemini, like CBRE, like Transorg Analytics, like Analytics Age, etc. You have to score at least T1 or T2 in your final or placement mock. Those who falls down in T3 might not eligible for this company. Secondly, they also have their eligibility criteria on which students have to meet in terms of education, in terms of your earlier percentage, like thing. So it depends from company to company. That is why I mentioned in my initial words that you need to read the job description carefully, check the eligibility criteria, and if you found you are eligible and interested for the job opportunities, then only you need to apply. I'm taking example. Recently, I have opened Flipkart for the PGA candidates. So they are only looking for tier 1 candidates with education background who have education background of science, like BTech or BSc or BSc IT, BCA, etc. So we shared the final mock scores with the company based on different parameters, which include communication, which include domain knowledge, which includes whatever they have asked. They are required SQL, R, and Python. So all the scores we have shared with the company. That is why I'm saying try to maintain your score at least T1 or T2 so that you will be eligible for such companies. Is this point clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
See,
Okay.
this is just an overview. We are going to meet you after each of your level also. But this is just how the placement process will work for you. This is just an idea about, right? So yes, this is just a start for your course. So just be focused on your course first. Your domain knowledge should be very strong. This is just a brief idea how the placement process will work for you.
Guys, next point is there is a default setting in Superset. If any students do not grab any job in initial 5 attempts, let's take an example. If you reject in any round of the interview process in initial 5 companies, then Superset assumes that you required a retraining and Superset will freeze you for some time. In such a case, student has to assess herself or himself where they are lacking. They need to contact the training team, retrain yourself, giving the remock, and again if they clear the remock, they will come back to our pool and start applying for 6 opportunities, 6 and onwards. Is this one clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now comes to the interview parameters. So basically we divide into parameters in 2 different things. One is your domain knowledge. Domain knowledge is something which will you going to learn in coming 2, 3, 6, 5, 6 months whenever the course chalega. It includes R, includes Python, it includes data science using SQL, it includes Power BI, Tableau, little part of machine learning. So different types of jobs comes to us, like someone asks for data science using Python, someone asks for data science using R, someone asks for Tableau developer, someone asks for machine learning. You know? In that case, companies majorly ask 50% of the questions from the basics. Let's take an example. Ernst and Young is asking for data science using R and Python. So students को अगर दोनों में से कोई भी आता है, they can take the interview on either of the technology. And the question this will going to ask, the 50% of the questions were from the basic concepts, and 50% might they give you the example or database to extract the data. So theoretical knowledge as well as practical knowledge both are required to crack the interview of a tier 1 company. Like Flipkart is there, like Ernst & Young, Capgemini or Accenture is there. The second parameter is the communication skills. Since they are big players, they are multinational companies, they are always looking for excellent communication skills. Some of their companies are working for globally. So in that situation, a student need to communicate with people from other countries. So English is a common language which we are using to communicate with other countries. So excellent communication skill is required. Communication skills include both your verbal as well as your written communication. Is this point clear in 2 parameters?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Now some points which you have to be noted, because sometimes what we'll see is students are facing problem or getting demotivated. So I just noted down some points to your notice. First point is that companies might take time to complete their hiring process. See what happened, we have 16 centers in India. Multiple batches are running at each of our centers. So whenever we open any job opportunity, candidates from each center will apply for the openings. So you are not alone the candidates, or you are not alone the batch who will be participating in the drive. There are many batches. There are more, let's take an example, more than 25, or it can be 50, or it can be 100 students who will be participating in the drive as per the eligibility criteria. So companies might take time to complete their process. So in that situation, don't get impatient. If you need to check where your application will be processed or stuck, you just need to write an email to geetika.gupta@marticus.com, and she will get back to your email within 48 working hours.
So this is in that case, if suppose any of the company, if they are asking, if there any delay in any process, we are going to inform you over mail itself, right? Whatever be the interview process will be there. If you are a select for the next round, or if you are a reject from the first or second round, or whatever, any of the position, you will get all those details on the mail itself, right? Try to communicate with us via mail. You will get our email ID and contact number once we are done with this process. By end of the day, you, or probably by Monday, you will get minutes of meeting, whatever we are discussing currently. You will get all those details here along on your email ID itself. So you will get our email ID and contact number there. Try to communicate with us via email, right? And we are definitely going to revert you back on all of your placement queries. Related to placement queries, you can reach out to me or Rajat. For the training part, you can reach out to Damini. Yeah. For the relocation part, if I should say for the relocation, many of the organizations, if they do not have regional offices in the northern region, right? Or either if they any company have some requirement for either for Mumbai or Pune or for southern
Your voice is breaking. Let me
region
take it
for
forward.
a
Your voice is
yes,
breaking.
Rajat, you were saying something.
Your voice is breaking. Let me take it forward.
Am I audible now?
Still, your voice is breaking.
Sure, please go ahead.
All right, guys. The next point is relocation. What happens? Few companies might not have their regional offices in northern part of India, or maybe they don't have requirement in the northern part of India. So in that case, students should be ready to relocate to their location. If I'm talking about Flipkart, they majorly hire for Bangalore. If I'm talking about the Ernst and Young, they have very rare openings in northern part of India. Majorly they are hiring for either Mumbai or Bangalore. So in that situation, if you are looking for such company and you are eligible to apply for this company, you need to prepare your mindset accordingly that you have to relocate to their location. Since currently they are working from home, but soon since the unlock already started, companies might start working from office from next year onwards. Third point is, guys, 50%. I already told you 50% of question asked interview from the basic of the courses. So if at any stage you found that your basics are not clear, consult immediately with your trainer and clear your doubt. Fourth point is, guys, whenever you appear for interview, an interview will ask you any question, try to back up your answer with an example. So since you are at the initial stage of starting of your course, soon you will going to learn the topics. Try to ask example from your trainer and written down in your copy. This will help you at a time of interview. Next point is, guys, smoothness of answer is very much important. See, many times we have seen those who are especially freshers, they are starting narrating these stories to the interviewer. The interviewer knows what he's asking and he also knows the answer of the question. So the smoothness of answer is very much important and this will directly affect your interview process. Sixth point is, guys, your CV or resume should be in PDF format. We have faced lots of problems, those who are sharing their CVs or resume in Word format, there is a chance of misplacing your information from the CV or resume. But in PDF format, you can't remove easily. So make it in PDF and then only share so that each and every information which we have highlighted in your resume directly go to the front of interviewer. Guys, next point is, if anyone having planned for higher education or joint family business, please let the career service team in advance so that we can plan the things accordingly. My last and important point for those who are not from science background, participate in datathon or join internship to enrich your profile. Why I'm saying this, there are some prerequisites like HTML, like CSS, like JavaScript. And the candidates who are from the non-science background, they are unaware with these technologies. So if they are not, aware with this technology, it will be difficult from them to clear the interview. So these are not so tough technology. They are the single line coding like Python or R, simple. So they need to participate or join internship to learn these technologies. Now, if this is something from my side, if you have any queries related to the placement process, you can ask. Any query, guys?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, am I audible, sir? Arti this side.
Haan, Aarti.
Yeah, sir, I have few questions related to training and the placement services.
Okay.
First, I want to know once I finish the course, so sure, because I'm from the commerce background, I don't have science background, and the experience that I have is in the FNA field. So I want to
Hmm.
know if I do this course and I will be getting a training,
Arti, your voice.
on the job training, my basic and to hello,
Yes,
hello,
Arti. Yes.
Arti, your voice
am
is
I audible, sir?
breaking. Your voice is breaking in
I don't
between.
know,
We missed
ma'am.
your
I
point.
think there is. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
there's a
so you
network
were,
issue. I can hear you. Can I write my query?
yeah, sure, please.
Hello.
Yeah, please
Okay.
write your query in the chat box. By the time, let me add on one more thing. We are going to share an ICR agreement with you along with the minutes of meeting. You are required to read the document carefully and just take the printout. You need to scan the copy, fill basic details will be required. Just fill the details and you are required to send it back to us. Along with that, we are going to share the resume format as well with you. You need to prepare your resume in that format. Your trainer will help you out in your resume making. So this is just for information that the resume should be in the format. Number two, we are going to share the ICR agreement with you. You are required to read the document and sign and send back to me. Any other queries apart from Aarti? Aarti, I think she is writing in the chat box. Does any of the candidates have any queries? For the same thing, Aarti, Rajat have mentioned that you have to prepare your account on Datathon. You should participate in Datathon and should join some part-time internship for the data analytics part, so that you will have a practical knowledge on the data science background. And you should be ready by the time when your interview process will be start. You will be ready by the time with the practical knowledge as well. Are we clear on this point? Yeah. Thank you. Any more queries? Okay, for further details, if you require any help regarding the placement process, you can reach out to me and Rajat anytime, and we will revert you back within 40 working hours. This is all from the placement team. Damini, over to you, please.
Thanks, Gitika, and thanks, Rajat. Guys, this is all about the training and the placement team. We will starting the session in 1:20. So it's already 1:16 now. So we have 2 to 3 minutes of the break, and then sharp 1:20 we will be starting the session. So in meantime, if you want to go for the water, so please go, and then Alok sir will be joined and will start delivering the lecture.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Guys, one of you can please switch on mic and speak so that I know that I am audible to you
Yes,
and
sir,
you
you
are
are
audible
audible.
to me. Okay, fantastic. Thanks. And I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, very well. Yes, somebody is logged in by name iPhone. Please correct your name. Please keep your name. It is not for only for this session. For henceforth, we are in for a very long haul. So whatever guidelines come our way, they are for entire duration of curriculum. That's very fine with this, no problem with that. But henceforth, you will keep your name as you have with the name with which you have registered Animaticus, your full name, whatever name is in your documents with Animaticus. Soon enough, there will be a Telegram group for quick communications. So treat that group as well like a professional network. So name yourself properly. Very well. My name is Alok, and I am in-house trainer for analytics division at Animaticus. I belong to Delhi office, and happy to see you here. A very warm welcome all. For certain modules, you are going to be with me, and for certain modules, you are going to be with some external trainers who will come from industry. Going forward, I hope you have had your chat with placement team by now and the governance team by now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So I think you realize that it is going to be an intense journey. It will demand, time and effort and rigor from you people. But I can promise you that in the end, it is going to pay double the fruit. That is for sure. Yes, Aarti, please, you raised hand. Aarti, you want to say something? You raised hand. Okay, guys, can anybody else confirm? Is my voice clear? Damini, you there?
Yes, it's clear, sir.
Okay, Aarti, seems like problem at your end. Others can hear me. In case, okay, before I begin, first things first. This kind of troubleshooting may be required every now and then. Sometimes it may happen, you don't have to feel shy about it. If my audio is not clear, tell me then and there. It may be that problem is at my end in the first place. So I will tweak out my connection. For now, till the time we are not allowed to get back into the classroom sessions, we will run sessions like this. So nobody has control over network. So stop me then and there. I will tweak out my connection. Otherwise, things may happen like this, like Aarti. So you can, what you can try is drop off and join back. Sometimes it works. You know, the mechanical engineers thing. Anybody mechanical engineer here? They know this. We call it hammer thing. हाँ, ज़्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी में नहीं जाते, ठोक देते हैं, restart. And you know, as a wonder, as the eighth wonder, it works many a times. So, ठीक है. Okay, coming down to business. First things first, you see my screen, you see some jargons, some technical jargons about this domain. And of course, you have heard of them, read about them. तभी तो यहाँ पहुँचे हो. What is your idea about them? What do they mean? Do they mean all the same thing? Or do they differ? What's your idea about this landscape? You don't have to write everything, okay? You can use chat box for yes, no kind of things. Otherwise, you can, you can interact with me here. Switch on your mic and we will talk. What do you think? What means what? Or is it the case that for you, everything is the same? Maybe some nitty-gritty difference, but you don't know that. Please, guys, speak up. If you know it, don't be modest. Tell me that, yes, we know it, don't waste our time. If you don't know it, then don't be shy.
So there is they are slightly different things. I mean, but doesn't know what exactly it in technical terms, what and technically different in all these.
Okay. Okay. Very fair.
So these are all tools and techniques used by companies to predict consumers' behavior, and I guess these are all different languages that we have to learn to understand how do consumers, shop in various different industries. What is consumer behavior basically?
Okay. 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 I will start telling you. Very well. Thank you, Prajati, and thank you, Rishabh, for contributing and giving me a chance to get the wheel rolling. See, it all begins with what?
Data.
Right? It all begins with data. In the early years of this current 20th century, you must have heard these jargons like we are creating petabytes of data. Heard of this thing or read of this thing somewhere? There is an impossible number there, and they are calling it, we are generating this much terabytes of data and this much petabytes of data, like this. So I would say data is not something new. We were always creating data. As soon as I write something, as soon as I record an information, as soon as, even if I speak, even that is data. Yes or no? Taking a photograph, even that is data. So we were always creating data. So it is not about that now we have started creating. It is just that now we have started recording that data responsibly. Reason being, in the early 2000s, 3 different organizations from 3 different domains prove to the world that data is the new oil. Data is as real as money. If you have sufficient amount of data, if you have relevant amount of data, you can do wonders. 3 organizations, all 3 of different domains. Any guesses? Which 3? Incidentally, all 3 belong to US. Hanji, any guess? Any wild guess?
Sir, Amazon.
Amazon happens to be one. Fantastic. You are doing good job. 1 down, 2 to go.
Microsoft.
Not exactly. Microsoft was not into this game then. Now they are, not then.
Google.
The Baba, the Lord.
Google.
Yes. Google Baba, Lord Google. Okay, strike 2. 1 last to go.
Format.
Anji?
Format.
I didn't get you properly. Format?
Format.
No, not exactly. You got the initial letter right, for that matter.
Facebook, sir.
Facebook, finally. Yes, Google, Amazon, and Facebook, all 3 were doing different businesses. But at the same time, simultaneously, almost they started recording data and analyzing it heavily. And soon enough, they came back, they came back with realizations that they can do wonders if they analyze this data properly. अभी जो चल रहा है ना, अभी तो सर्कस चल रहा है. Currently, what do you think? Currently, everybody is overkilling it. Even if you download a small Android app on your phone, it will ask for 20 accesses. Yes or no? Doesn't it happen? It wants location, it wants access to your gallery, it wants access to your texts. It was, yes or no? Doesn't it happen? You can tell me if you feel I am wrong. I mean, that is good.
No,
But yes, it happens. I was downloading a chess game, and even that is asking me for location. I don't know what they want to do with my location, but they are demanding access, requesting it at least. What they are trying to do, they are trying to collect as much data as possible. So data is the common platform to which all these different jargons belong. They all need data. Now let's see what means what. Data analytics. So this is the simplest and crudest form to do something with data. That is manual analysis. Suppose I have data in Excel sheet, some rows and some columns. So maybe I can check totals of something. Maybe I can check averages of something, right? Maybe I can create some charts. And I don't know if you are handy with Excel. There is something called pivot table. So creating some pivot tables. Have you heard of this name, pivot table?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And those who are not speaking, can I assume no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, if you don't know, let's fix this again. You got my name right. Who am I? I am Alok. I'll be acting as your trainer. And mind you, a trainer. I'm not your typical professor who happen to be in your school or college. So okay, don't treat it like that. आया नहीं तो मैं क्लास से निकाल दूंगा और डांट दूंगा और ये कर दूंगा वो कर दूंगा. Not like that. I'm just another friend. I'm just another friend of yours who want the same thing. which you want. What do you want? A career in this domain? Yes. At least say yes.
Yes.
At least say yes to
Yes,
this
Yes,
question.
sir.
Okay. Yes. So the very same thing. I also. Okay. So you don't have to feel shy. You don't have to be modest. You can be as shameless as you are with your friends. Okay. I can handle it. I have handled ample number of students, ample number of batches. So leave it to me. I am comfortable doing it. So data analytics, like some manual analysis. When I say manual, who is doing this kind of analytics? जिसको मैं कह रहा हूँ data analytics. Some person is doing it. I am doing it. The user. Now tool may be anything. Rajati, it is not about tool. It can be Excel. It can be SQL. It can be Python. It can be R. It can be anything. Okay. So none of these jargons belong to one particular tool. It is about the type of activity which we are doing. So analytics is something which is manually being done. Which brings me to another popular jargon. Machine learning. A very popular buzzword nowadays. Anybody understand this? Machine learning. When I say machine learning, what is happening? You see, when I was saying data analysis, what will happen if I manually analyze data? When I manually analyze data, I learned some insights from that data. Yes or no? If I create
yes, sir.
a bar chart or a line chart, yes, I get to see some trends and some findings from this data, and upon which I can act. I can provide this insight to my business, and maybe they can leverage it to increasing the profits or maybe reducing the costs or something, acquiring more clients, reducing the raw material cost or whatever. So I am learning from this data analytics. What I am referring to as machine learning is I don't need to do that myself. If I throw this data into the black box, which is sitting right in front of you, who is sitting right in front of you? Your laptop, your machine. If I throw this data into this machine and I teach, I set some algorithms, some mathematical algorithms by which this machine can fix this data into those algorithms, and this machine is learning from that data. I don't have to do this manually. This machine will learn what are the insights and it will tell me finally that this is this. Sounds fascinating? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sounds a good idea?
Yes, sir.
Actually, it is not so good. reason being, actually it is very nice idea, but it involves mathematical algorithms, the statistics and geometry and algebra and what. How many of you hated maths? Or maybe I can rephrase this question. How many of you had maths in 11th, 12th or later?
I have, sir,
I have, sir.
and I love it.
Sir.
Anybody one such, okay, maybe I chose the wrong end of the question. Anybody who didn't touch maths after 10th? Anybody who didn't encounter maths after 10th? You know, it is not, you don't have to worry about it. Let me worry about it, but I should know if there is somebody. अगर ऐसा कोई है तो बता दो. ये जो कह रहे हैं ना हमें आता ही नहीं भी कुछ नहीं, उनसे मत डरो, अपना बताओ. Nobody like that? Okay, guys, remember this day and this moment. You are going to be humiliated soon enough when I will be taking a statistics class. Chalo, theek hai. So that is machine learning. Depending on some statistical rules, some formulas, some algorithms, my machine will analyze that data by itself. I don't have to interfere much. I will just set those rules. And as a matter of fact, yes, this is possible. This is quite real. So this has happened. So this is machine learning. Then again, you must have heard of this jargon somewhere. Predictive analytics. Heard of this? Heard of this?
So,
Predictive analysis, predictive modeling, some that kind of thing. What is predictive analytics? We will talk about this in further detail in subsequent sessions. It is going to stay with you for quite some time. But again, just for a quick intro, as the name suggests, depending upon the data which I have, can I predict the near future? Do I have some facilities? And again, irrespective of the tools. I can do it with Excel to a certain extent. And I can do it with R and Python to a very powerful extent. We cannot do it with SQL, not SQL. But what it is, end of the day, I am trying to predict what is going to happen or what seems likely to happen in the near future, provided I have sufficient data at my, at my hand. So is it possible? Yes, it is quite possible. But the keyword here is, I'm using it time and again, near future. Because you have some tool set, you have some tools by your side, say Python or Tableau or R. You have some mathematical algorithms by your side, regression models, tree models, boosting models, but you don't have Krishna Bhagwan by your side. ठीक है जी, ये डिस्टिंक्शन क्लियर है। मेरे पास पिछले 10 साल का डेटा है तो शायद मैं अगले 6 महीने की बात कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन मेरे पास पिछले 10 साल का डेटा है और मैं अगले 10 साल की बात करने लगूँ, नाउ दैट इज फूलिश। Okay, don't go to those fancy articles you read that this algorithm does wonders. No, none algorithm does wonders. They can do wonders for a very short period of time. I hope makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, very fine. Comes another buzzword. Heard of this rule? This rule is a special, this is a special victim. I'll tell you why. Heard of this? Business analytics. There are job postings like we are hiring for business analyst or senior business or just like that. How is this analytics different than data analytics or any other kind of analytics? Any idea? It's there in the name. There's somebody logging in iPhone. Please correct it. I was talking about business analytics. See, when suppose I start doing analysis, suppose I provide you a data set, and this data set is again, अभी ज़्यादा data नहीं करते, You can simply understand it from the perspective of, with an analogy of an Excel sheet. It contains some columns and all columns are filled in row wise. Suppose maybe chalo again, I will talk about it. The analogy here is, suppose analysis, okay, analysis is okay, but what do I analyze about? What do I analyze from this data? Like, Rajati, have you been working?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Concentrics.
Concentrics, okay. Suppose you are receiving the data from, Amazons and Flipkarts of the world.
Yes, sir.
Right? So there will be a typical kind of data set: customer ID, product ID, order number, date and time. Yes?
Yes, sir.
You understand that.
Yes, sir.
Suppose your client is from banking. Now that data will look very different. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I show you another data set. You see my screen, right? You don't worry about it, what is happening, because you don't know it yet. You will soon enough know what is what. So you don't worry about the code, whatever. You see this data set. Suppose I show you this data set. What does it look like? What does it mean to you, Rajati?
So it looks like, sir, looks like some car.
It seems, as it happens, yes, it is some, information about cars. But what means what? I can see, okay, the model, car manufacturer and model of the car. That is okay. What else?
So the weight.
Okay, weight. I understand. The first row says weight of this car is 2.62. What is
Yes,
it?
sir.
हाँ,
So
तो कौन सी
tons.
का? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. What about anything else? Okay, you got weight. What else?
So cylinder, how many cylinders the car has?
Others, your friend is stuck, yeah? She is in a fix. Can you help her? This data belongs to, automobile. Anybody, please come to her help.
Sir, HP stands for
horsepower.
HP is horsepower. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. What else?
And then, sir, gear is for the number of gears it has.
Okay.
The CARB will be, I guess,
Are you speaking or are you mum now?
actually, I'm thinking what does it stand for carb.
Okay. Okay.
And this MPG is mileage.
MPG is mileage. Okay. Understood. Aarti, you have raised your hand again, please.
Hello.
Yes, Aarti.
Yes. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, quite audible.
Sir, I want to know, do we have to write something or we'll be getting some study material to, revise each and everything that is happening in the class? Because I am again not from the science and because these things are not similar to me.
Don't
I have to work
worry
little hard
about
to get into this.
it. Don't worry about it. Let me bother about that. ठीक है?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Relax. What I'm trying to explain here is, you know, as soon as if there was a data of, consumers or some e-commerce website, so Rajati is quite happy. She is into concentrates. She has handled so many clients like that. She has been into this kind of business. Am I right, Rajati?
Yes, sir.
So she was very happy with that. As soon as her client is from automobile sector, hit a wicket. Not only for her, for others also. What I wanted to make a point here is, suppose you are into a bank and acting data analyst or data scientist there. So okay, now it is fixed. You will always deal about with the data sets of bank. So all the jargons, all the fancy words, they are going to belong to banks, and sooner or later you will become quite friendly with them. What about if you are into consultancy kind of business? Now your client can be anybody. Yes or no? Now it makes sense that you understand business before you do any analytics. That is business analytics, where more important is business than analytics. I hope everybody is getting what I wanted to explain, what I am trying very hard to explain. I hope you are getting it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Got it.
If you don't understand automobile sector and your client belongs to automobile sector, what do you do with this data? You cannot analyze it properly. You don't understand the business. So domain knowledge is of paramount importance. That is business analytics. So what all we have discussed so far? This is taken this is taken, machine learning is taken, predictive analytics is taken, business analytics is taken, and then there is somebody called data scientist. Now, who is this person? This is the person who can do certain manual analysis. This is the person who knows certain level of machine learning also. This is the person who knows mathematical algorithms, the statistics also to an extent. And this person has understanding of the business he or she is dealing with as well. So this person sits at the intersection of all other four domains which we have discussed: mathematics, manual analysis, machine learning, and business. So usually data scientists, are usually 4 5 years plus experience guys. And when it is 8 plus 10 plus, they go into the domain of consultants. They become project consultant or business consultant kind of thing. Fortunately, unfortunately, and particularly in India, HRs are using any title for anybody, any title for any job description. So, here everything is everything. So that is why this confusion happens. But I am telling you what actually means what. तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए। HR कुछ भी लिखें, आपको जरूर पता होना चाहिए। You know, recently, students only told me they were applying for a post, and the post was senior business analyst. Senior business analyst, and when you can make it out. If you go through the job description, you will see it is MIS reporting in Excel, nothing else. CTC was 2.8 or something. तो पता है वो HR वाली मैम क्या कह रही है आपसे कि टाइटल बहुत अच्छा देते हैं, हम पैसे वैसे नहीं देते। सीनियर बिजनेस एनालिस्ट, नॉनसेंस। बट ठीक है, नाउ दिस इज द वे इट इज। अच्छा लगे बुरा लगे, वी कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग। अच्छा, बिफोर आई गो फर्दर, वन मोर थिंग, लेट्स फिक्स दिस यार। आई विल कीप डूइंग इट अदरवाइज। Everybody, is everybody comfortable with this kind of communication which I am doing?
Yes, sir.
I am a typical Delhi वाला, तो इंग्लिश इंग्लिश इंग्लिश, हिंदी हिंदी हिंदी, फिर इंग्लिश इंग्लिश इंग्लिश, फिर हिंदी हिंदी हिंदी, ये चलता रहेगा मेरा। तो ठीक है ना सबके लिए?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
चलो बढ़िया। किसी को प्रॉब्लम हो तो बता देना यार। वैसा लग तो नहीं रहा, nobody seems like। हाँ, तुम्हारे नाम नंबर पढ़ के तो सारे दिल्ली वाले लग रहे हो। चलो ठीक है, अच्छा है। There is another thing, another buzzword nowadays। हाँ, ये भी देखते हैं यार, ये भी बड़ा मजेदार है। What is artificial intelligence? There is, इस पे भी बड़ा जोर है आजकल। Again, thanks to HR, they are, they are always hiring AI engineers. JD देख के कुछ और ही समझ आता है, but they are hiring AI engineers. The title of the post is artificial intelligence in some way. What is your idea about artificial intelligence? What is that?
So actually, we provide some data to any machine, and when that machine predicts something from that data, that's what we call artificial intelligence. Either that machine interprets something from that data.
Okay, ठीक है,
That
got
is
the idea,
artificial intelligence.
वो मैं समझ गया, but I think as we discussed, more or less the same is called machine learning. Machine learning भी तो वही बात कर रहा था। How these two differ? How these two differ? Anybody? Any idea? Achha, leave about the machine learning. You are very close to AI nowadays. Any example can you think of AI? Artificial intelligence. You don't need to have a Terminator to give me example of artificial intelligence. It is in so many places.
So suggestion of next video in YouTube. Suggestion of advertisement on YouTube or Facebook. Suggestion of product you want to buy on Flipkart or Amazon.
Okay. Not exactly, but I hope for others you made right base. चलो बताता हूँ। Artificial intelligence is like your Siri or Alexa or Google Assistant. What do they do?
They understand you.
दुर्गेश आईफोन है ना तुम्हारे पास?
Yes, sir. They predict.
क्या करता है सिरी?
Actually, they predict matlab whatsoever we ask them to do, they predict that and give us the exact data according to that.
Very fantastic.
So, and sir, maybe you were asking the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence. I'd like to add that do artificial intelligence oppose the human thoughts or something?
Okay, you are close. चलो बताता हूँ. With the same example, see, suppose I ask Siri to, suppose I switch on Siri or maybe Google Assistant in your Android phones, and I say, call dad. What will happen? It will call dad. Yes or no? It will look for contacts. In my contact list, it will find out there is somebody called dad, and it will dial that number. Have you tried that? Anybody? Those maybe if not tried, maybe you can give it a try. When you will be in job and you will be a very busy person, you will not even want to look for contact. So these things will come in handy. I use I need to do that a lot. This is fantastic utility. So that is one perfect example of AI. Anybody has used Alexa? Anybody got Alexa? You can tell Alexa anything. Switch on television, switch off AC, something that kind of thing. What is happening is, based on the data delivered by your voice, it is trying to understand what you have spoken. So your speech is also data, and it is trying to process it. But at the same time, after processing, it is going to make the decision also. For example, as I said, call dad. It will call dad. If it finds the contact that perhaps this contact is matching, whatever was referred by the speech, it will call it. Machine learning, on the other hand, it will learn from the data, but final decision will still be with human. It will analyze the data, it will throw the output, and now it is up to the user. Machine is done with its job. Now it is up to user to take the call, take the final call, whether you want to do it or not. AI, on the other hand, it will make the final decision without any human intervention. So that is perfect AI. That is actual meaning of artificial intelligence. An intelligence which is not human. It can do everything just like human intelligence. It is just that it is not human intelligence.
Yeah, the most relevant example in this can be if you have saved some number with the same name, like Rishabh 1, 2, or Rishabh anything XYZ.
Exactly.
And if you'll only ask Siri to call Rishabh, it's in her whims and fancies whom she'll call. Like if we do not specify, and if we have saved the number with the same name with some initial letter or some word adding to it, but it's on Siri, completely on Siri, that she'll call the person whom she wants to. Exactly. So this can be an example of an artificial intelligence.
So yes, there are upsides and downsides of both. Machine learning, at least you are safe. You don't have, machine is not taking the decision. Finally, there is somebody as human, so there is human convention involved. Artificial intelligence, on the other way, if it is going to make error, it will make it. There is no chance you can stop it. Like he mentioned an example, Rishabh 1 and Rishabh 2. It can be worse. It can be worse, If I tell call wife and accidentally it calls life, my goodness, I should not have spoken that on record. Damini, are you recording? On a sincere note, more typical example could be like driverless cars, which Tesla is very enthusiastic about it. Heard of it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tesla have been, in news for quite some time because of this. They have this driverless car project. What they are trying to do that by perfect AI, by perfecting, AI, they will be able to eradicate driver altogether from a car by the camera feed from different, directions. The car can take its own judgment and it can turn this way and that way and it can, navigate through the roads and traffics. What is the catch here? If that AI is to make mistake, what will happen? Disaster. Yes or no? Now it is a question of life and death. Fair enough. So this was something, and you guys can keep telling me. In fact, now is the time. Before I go to data mining, or okay, before I go to data mining, let's call it big data first. There is something big data also there. Now, who is big data? Again, nothing very specific about it. When your data is becoming big in size, we are calling it big data. Since we are trying to record each and everything, so now data is being collected at so, in so much volume, and it is coming at such a, uh, such a high velocity that it is impossible to capture data with the traditional tools like SQL servers or MS servers or simply your single machines. So this data cannot be captured like that. So there has to be sophisticated systems which we call HDFS. So that's where Hadoop comes into play, and that is going to it will come subsequently in your course. It is there. So Hadoop is the system which is used to capture that data and to analyze that data. Then there are tools like Hive and Spark. So that is all in your curriculum. It will come subsequently. Now, before I proceed to anything, I will talk about data mining in some quite detail ahead. But before I proceed, tell me one thing, was it useful? I can only hope it was useful, but you are the best judge to tell me that.
So it was.
Yeah, guys, I don't want to bore you unnecessarily. I think that you should know this, but if you already know this, then I have eventually bored you. But now I think clarity on these terminologies. So we'll talk about some other terminologies also. Now, this is one typical life cycle of any analytics project. Like I said, it all starts with data. So first, the data has to be collected from whatever medium possible. You must have seen feedback forms, surveys, online surveys, offline surveys. Yes or no? Everybody is interested in star ratings. Give the ratings, whatever you like. Doesn't it happen?
Yes, sir.
What do they do with that? That is the first and foremost thing. तो डेटा का करना क्या है वो बाद में सोचेंगे, पहले डेटा तो हो. So everybody is trying to collect as much data as possible. But once you have collected data, the next stage is here it is written data extraction. It is actually not only extraction, it is basically combination of three processes. Part of this term, ETL. Anybody? I mean, only if you have. I'm not assuming, but if you have heard of it. No? None? Nobody? Okay, no problem. ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. So there is one, it is simply written like data extraction. It is not only extraction, it is ETL process, extract, transform, and load. Now what is this is, see, when data is collected, now data is being collected from various sources. Yes or no? Think about it. If somebody is to capture data set of, a bank is to capture data set of people. Now that data may be coming from various sources. They may be purchasing it from Google. They may be doing some, online surveys. They may be distributing some feedback forms. So they will end up with data coming from different sources and different shapes and different sizes and different level of hygiene. So an organization's data cannot lie here and there. It cannot be like, all over the place. So that is this process. Now what we are trying to do is extract, transform, and load. That is what it means. Extract meaningful data from that, collected data. So that is extract. Extract some meaningful data which is useful, which is complete, which is thorough, and which does not have, irregularities and anomalies. So extract that data, transform this data. Now transform this data into a suitable format, into a suitable shape and size as standard form, and finally load it onto the data management system, whatever the organization is using. So it may be server, it may be some DB2, it may be some cloud also. And finally load it onto the server or cloud or whatever facility you are using to maintain your database. So this is ETL. So far so good? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, such a meek voice. Did you guys get to have a lunch break?
No, sir.
Everybody had lunch? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you see, when it is a yes, it is a loud voice. She got lunch. बाकी सबकी ऐसी हल्की हल्की आवाज आ रही है जिनको लंच नहीं मिला. Do you want me to break for some time? Since when you are
10 minutes?
on a screen? So just do this in the chat box. If you want break, type break. If you want me to continue, type continue.
Sir, please continue.
Everybody can do that in the chat box so that I get to know that how to go forward. Give me a quick poll, people. Break or continue, or break or continue. My goodness. 3 responses. Already it is going like sine wave. And the sine wave continues. Wow, fantastic. Such a synergy in the group on day 1. Wow. Seems like a trouble end. Okay. Okay, let's do it this way. It is it is 2:17 by my clock. We can break till 2:30 or 2:35. Okay. Okay, let's do it till 2:35. So it is clean more than 15 minutes.
Buddy, but
I will leave a note. Please be back in time. That is one. And don't drop from the meeting link. You don't need to drop. You can just mute yourself and you can move around. And please be back in time. Resume at 2:35 p.m. sharp. Okay, guys. See you there. Hi everybody. I hope everybody is there. Those who are here, please ping in the chat box here. Just type hi or here or something so that I know that you are here. Everybody, please. So this is again something which is going to be our drill. We'll be doing this every now and then. Everybody, those who are here, ping in the chat box. I need to see the head count, guys. How many of you are here? How many are missing? I cannot see you. So this one. Okay. Okay. Well, most of you are here. Very well. Think I can go ahead with this. Just before that, maybe I should mark attendance also. Everybody in the chat box, please type present and fire. Type present in the chat box and shoot. If you are logged in by 2 devices, you don't need to do twice, but for once, everybody should do it. Write present in the chat box and drop it. Everyone, please do it right now. Guys, nobody says that is your attendance. Mark yourself present in the chat box. Okay, well, let's begin. We have already discussed data collection and data extraction. Data extraction, which is exactly the process of ETL. Now consider this, being a data analyst or being data scientist, whichever term you prefer. Your role has very little to do in these two steps. Analyst and data scientists are not usually involved in these steps. Data collection is done by different channels. So there are digital campaigns, and there is not so online media that is also leveraged for that sometimes. And ETL, again, there are data engineers to model the data into a database, that how this data will sit into our database server or cloud. Your actual role begins after that. I'm calling it, we are calling it data preparation, although it goes beyond that. No, it is not only preparation, but let's keep it simple for now. So suppose I say data preparation, what do I mean by that? What is your idea about it?
So removing irregularities from the data.
Okay.
Preparing and presenting the data in a manner that it can be analyzed.
data preparation, just like we, how do we prepare food before eating it? We need to clean it. We need to, cut and cook and, garnish it, add some taste to it. Yes or no? That is food preparation. Similarly, data preparation is getting rid of irregularities, as said. In technical terms, we call it anomalies. See, when data is collected, we already discussed this. In the collection process, data might have been collected by different people, different sources, at different locations, in different formats. So the data cannot stay like that. This is not fruitful data. So then we went ahead and we did some ETL process. So the data was properly extracted. It was transformed into a proper, rows and columns kind of format. And finally, it was loaded. If it is a structured data, there can be unstructured data also. So we will talk about that later. Let's keep it simple for now. So once I have from that raw form of data, sometimes it was Google form, sometimes it was a feedback survey, sometimes it was just a register, like, have you seen that entry register in different organizations? You just have to, just pen and paper record. So even that is data, but not a fruitful one as of now. But everybody has not marked themselves present. Everybody, guys, this is for attendance. That here was just for me to know that you are back. I am saying mark yourself present. So for attendance, you have to type present. Otherwise, वो लेगा नहीं. I have some method to mark, your attendance automatically. So please, everybody, mark yourself present. Please don't miss that. So even after data is in standard form, even then there can be anomalies in a way. Now why I'm saying anomalies? Anomalies are irregularities which still may be there and which will hamper my analysis. All that data anomalies. Now your idea may be, how can there be anomalies when data engineers have transformed it, they have done that ETL kind of process. So how there can be anomalies present? There can be, still there can be. As data scientist, I don't trust anybody else. I trust only myself. So there are some general anomalies like, for example, call it missing records or missing value. Think about it. I'm showing you something. Suppose there was a survey going on. Customer name, customer cell number.
Sir, your voice is too low to hear.
Voice is too low. Anybody else? Can please confirm?
Yes, sir.
What yes?
It's
Am I okay or am I low?
No, it's too low.
Too low. Okay. Okay. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys. Stay on the link, please. Guys, can you please confirm? Is it any better?
That's better now, sir.
It's better. Okay. Doable. Okay, very fine. So I was saying, suppose there was a survey collected. There was a data collected by some online survey. You sent survey to customers. It needed them to enter customer name, their cell number, and maybe gender. And, maybe hobby, and maybe you know, something, maybe a tentative date of next phone purchase. Suppose you were conducting this kind of analysis for some reason. You were doing this kind of survey. Maybe, okay, maybe age. Okay, there can be a number of things. Okay, getting the point. Suppose this type of survey you conducted. The raw data which was collected was like customer was me. Okay. Anything else I am happy to provide. Anything else maybe I am happy to provide. Whatever. Anything else I will provide, but not my cell number. Everybody getting this? आपने सर्वे कराया था कस्टमर्स के बारे में कुछ डेटा लेने के लिए. मैं बाकी सब डेटा बताऊंगा लेकिन सेल नंबर मैं तो नहीं बताता. मैं ऑनेस्टली मैं वैसे भी नहीं बताता. कॉल करोगे ना फिर तुम परेशान करोगे यार बीच में. मैं सेशन में आऊंगा, तुम मुझे फोन कर रहे होगे क्रेडिट कार्ड ले लो, इंश्योरेंस करवा लो, तंबोला खेल लो. Now this was raw data. Suppose now ETL guys are doing their thing. How do they mention this value in the database? They have no option but to leave it as not available NA or maybe null, like means blank. Something that kind of thing. Yes or no? What else they can do? Guys getting this with clarity? So that is why I'm saying that I have to prepare data before analysis, because there is still possibility of anomaly despite there has been ETL process, but there are anomalies which are beyond that ETL, which will still be there, which may still be there. Now what do I do about this? I have to prepare data. I see this. What do I do? Any idea? What can I do with such kind of missing records?
You can put a dummy number.
Rishabh says we can put a dummy number. Now what is a dummy number? 10 times 0 or 10 times 9?
हाँ सर.
गलती से लग गया हो किसी को तो. Okay, not bad, not bad. Anybody else? Dummy number seemed like a good idea, लेकिन जैसे मैंने कुछ counter किया तो well, not so good now. Suppose if you put 10 times 8, what will happen? Do you know? कहाँ लगेगा वो नंबर? किसी को मैं डमी नंबर दे रहा था, मैंने डमी नंबर दे दिया 10 times 8.
Just die.
Just dial. और किसी का कोई आइडिया?
ड्रॉप कर देते हैं।
हाँ जी,
सेल नंबर को ड्रॉप ही कर देते हैं।
ड्रॉप कर देते हैं. ओके. डोंट यू थिंक अगर मैं इस कस्टमर को ड्रॉप कर दूंगा क्योंकि सेल नंबर मिसिंग है, आई एम लूजिंग इंफॉर्मेशन.
Sir, we will include a email address field in the data and then maybe follow up with the.
Finally somebody talking sense. ये बहुत जल्दी से. Now this can be your first cue, guys. This is lesson number 1. As data scientists, we don't assume things, we don't presume things, and we try to stay by the data, stay by the facts as much as possible. First of all, let's think, अगर ये number missing है तो मेरा क्या बिगड़ रहा है यार? Why do I need cell numbers of customers? What do I analyze by cell numbers? जिनके नंबर 9 से शुरू होते हैं वो अच्छे होते हैं, जिनके 8 से शुरू होते हैं वो छोटे हो जाते हैं. अरे यही एनालिसिस करेंगे हम. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? अरे जितने कस्टमर उतने सेल नंबर्स. में क्या करूं सेल नंबर्स का? एज लॉन्ग एज आई डोंट नीड टू कॉल देम, एंड एज अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट बीइंग एनालिस्ट आई डोंट हैव टू कॉल देम. सो व्हाट डू आई डू विद दैट? क्या फर्क पड़ता है सेल नंबर हो या मिसिंग हो? एडिशनली अगर ये सेल नंबर मिसिंग भी है, हाउ, अगर मेरे को ये चाहिए भी हो, हाउ इज इट हेल्पिंग मी टू पुट अ डमी हियर? Isn't it a good idea that I try to fetch this number somehow? Maybe I can go back to ETL people that why this is missing. Maybe I go back to the source directly, the one who conducted this survey, that perhaps they may have this data by mistake it skipped somehow. Or maybe I can try a different source, like Rajati very rightly said. Suppose I don't have their cell number, but I do have their mail ID. Maybe I can request them once again. Getting my point? तो पहली चीज तो यही है कि सेल नंबर पे एनालिसिस क्या करूंगा. तो मिसिंग हो ना हो क्या करना है. बट हाँ, देयर मे बी केसेस व्हेन आई suppose there is another customer, somebody is PQR, and this person has okay, they have given other data they are happy to this person is happy to provide, and okay, they are all other data is available. Now this person has not provided me the age. Now I am in a fix because my analysis, age is important. I wanted to see which age group of people are behaving in what manner. Maybe my end game of this analysis was that, and this person has not provided me the age. Now what do I do? Everything else seems fine. हाँ जी, any idea? बाकी सब मालूम है। जिससे मुझे एनालिसिस करना था वही नहीं पता।
So provide a discount or a coupon asking the birthday of the customer. बाकी लोग तो जानते हैं। हाँ जी, समझ आ रहा है थोड़ा बहुत। What we are trying to do? Maybe I don't. They have not mentioned their age, and maybe they have very good reason for that. Maybe I can find out their birth date. If I know their birth date, I can derive the age. How do I know their birth date? Like there can be some, ethical and not so ethical methods. Maybe I can try to get their PAN card somehow, PAN card copy. Or maybe some other document. Or maybe I can directly lure them into, mentioning their birthday. Just by, as who mentioned, Rajati, was it you? Yes, sir.
Maybe I can, honey trap them like this. And then there can be other things. But I hope everybody got this gist, these missing records. We will talk about this again in detail when we will come to it. We will see missing records, there are missing records and how we can deal with them. Many times things are possible, many times things are not possible. We even have methods for that when these tricks are not possible. But this is one kind of anomaly. Another kind of anomaly is we call it formatting. Formatting का problem होता है many a time in the data. What is formatting? The simplest case of formatting is what you have already struggled in Excel sheet. Yes or no? हुआ है ना कि मैं डेट एंटर करना चाहता हूँ DDMMYY, वो सुनता ही नहीं. Has it happened? Yes or no? It will take your entry as MMDDYY and it will reject all others. It will not take entry, or it will not consider it a date if you don't enter in this format. Yes, no, maybe. Guys, at least keep
Yes, sir. Yes.
keep
Sir.
communicating to me. मुझे हाँ ऐसा लग रहा है मैं लैपटॉप से बात कर रहा हूँ. Nishant, Pratik, you both good? You have been silent for quite some time.
Silent because I'm from the DSP74 batch only, so which is why already I've gone through this. So I'm looking forward to actually in that batch we don't cover DL and Hadoop and certain topics. So which is why when I counted with upgrade and all, so they were charging hefty fees just to cover some topics. So I thought continuing with this only. So I'll be covering all this. Moreover, the way you taught or the way he's teaching subject, it's very good. So I was satisfied.
Wow. That's something. Thank you. Maybe I'm doing something right.
Yeah, seriously. In our series, the concept that we covered, the way. So it definitely helped in Python a lot. I just have to see some syntax and it was doing very well. And I was trying actually hackathon also, so it was good. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Glad, yeah, glad to be of service.
Thank you.
Nishant, what about you? You good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलिए ठीक है. So one simple case of formatting का problem जो है, one is this. So my data has to be in a certain format. अगर मेरे data में कहीं site like dates can be very straightforward example. कहीं पर मेरे डेटा एंट्री ऑपरेटर ने DDMMYY किया हुआ है, कहीं उसने MMDDYY कर दिया है, कहीं उसने कुछ और ही कर दिया है. अब वो कह रहा है DD MM and now the separator is slash rather than hyphen and here is in 4 digits. कहीं ये कर दिया है. This all these irregularities they are going to trouble me sooner or later. So this cannot stay like that. So one case of formatting is this. Another case of formatting is well, in SQL you will not face that problem, but you will face that that is a terrible problem with R and Python. Usually all the high level languages are case sensitive. So another case is suppose I am entering gender column and in gender column I am doing sometimes male and sometimes I am doing this one male, sometimes I am doing this kind of sometimes this kind of male. Sometimes I am giving mail like just M or capital M. This all is going to trouble me. Getting my point? If your tool is case sensitive, and as it happens, they are case sensitive. For them, all these 4 mails are different people. वो ऐसा नहीं देखेगा कि ये मेल है ये फीमेल है, वो ऐसा देखेगा कि ये बड़ा वाला मेल है ये छोटा मेल है या मिक्स एंड मैच मेल है. उसके लिए ये 3-4 कैटेगरी हो गई हैं अलग. Not a good thing. On top of that, there can be short form, long form. So again, these kind of things are going to trouble me. So it cannot go like that. तो सर ये तो ETL में ठीक हो जाना चाहिए था, मुझे क्या पता उन्होंने किया हो, क्या पता नहीं भी किया हो, I don't know. ठीक है. तो another problem is formatting. What else? What do you think? और क्या हो सकती है प्रॉब्लम? अभी अभी बोल ही दिया मैंने फॉर्मेटिंग में. अलग से बोलूं उसको तो इट इज केस में अपर केस लोअर. So kind of a subset of formatting. What else? What else can go wrong? Anybody, anything. डेटा को अभी वो डेटा में समझो तुम. अभी डेटा में दिमाग मत लगाओ. अभी तुम समझो कि एक्सेल शीट में डेटा भर रहा होता. तुम समझो एक्सेल शीट कुछ कॉलम्स हैं कुछ रोज हैं, उनमें क्या क्या खराबी हो सकती है, क्या क्या गलत हो सकता है. Somebody said it. कोई बोला था. हाँ जी. Another general anomaly is, जनरल में जब बोल रहा हूँ जनरल एनोमली मतलब ये तो मेरे को बाय थंब रूल देखने ही चाहिए. किसी भी डेटा में हो सकते हैं, नहीं हो तो अच्छी बात है, लेकिन मेरे को तो चेक करने ही चाहिए. मेरे को इनका ख्याल रखना ही है. This is something we call duplicate records or duplicate rows. Now what is that? What is that? वही जो आपका कुछ चल रहा था, name, age, or maybe salary, or maybe last purchase date. कुछ तो और भी बहुत सारा डेटा हो आप लोगों के पास. So there is a customer A, then there is customer B, then there is customer C, and then there is again customer A, and then there is again customer A, and then there is again customer A, and then there are, okay, so on. कहीं पे कुछ कुछ रिकॉर्ड्स डुप्लीकेट हो जाए. This is something we are calling as duplication, duplicate record. ये पूरा एंट्री कहीं दोबारा रिपीट हो गया है बाय मिस्टेक. तो डू यू रियलाइज क्या गलत हो जाएगा इससे? What is wrong with this? Why I am calling it data anomaly? मेरी क्या प्रॉब्लम है इससे? Anybody can think of that? Suppose this customer was A, age 25, salary say 50K. For example, why I am saying that this anomaly is a problem? नहीं प्रतीक, अब तो मैं समझ गया. अब तो अब तो तुम बता सकते हो. अब बाकी सब लोग, अरे ये तुम अभी एनालिस्ट मत बनो. तुम कॉमन सेंस से बात करते रहो मेरे से, उतना ही बहुत है. एनालिस्ट में बना लूंगा अपने आप. If this data is repeating time and again, so think about it. ये आदमी एक बार आना चाहिए था, लेकिन ये आदमी बार बार आ रहा है, बार बार आ रहा है. What will happen? It will change all the statistical entities of my data. सैलरी का टोटल गलत हो जाएगा, सैलरी का एवरेज गलत हो जाएगा. Yes or no? If I have to do something with average age of my customers, गलत हो जाएगा. Yes or no? Getting it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
अभी तो सारे बता रहे थे मैथ्स वाले हो. So it will distort my data, it will distort all the statistical entities, and finally my analysis is going to flush down the gutter. So that is why this is a serious problem. So I cannot have duplicate entries in my data. What else? और क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है? So far we have seen general anomaly, जो मेरे को जल्दी से एकदम देख लेनी चाहिए, समझ आ जानी चाहिए. Now there can be anomalies which are not very evident. एकदम से दिखेंगी नहीं. ये भी डिसाइड नहीं हो पाएगा कि एनोमलीज हैं भी कि नहीं है ये. So they are case specific. Case specific in the sense, see, I am doing analysis. Analysis for what? Analysis to address a business problem. Now this business problem will decide whether these anomalies should be called anomalies or they are all okay. One of them is, we call it redundancy in the data. Redundancy. What do I mean if I say something is redundant? Just Google it. Google करो जरा जल्दी से, देखो तो क्या होता है. Redundant का मतलब क्या होता है?
they're no longer needed for work or job, and they're put out of the work. Unnecessary or unwanted, we can say.
Something which is not useful.
Sir, I'd like to ask one thing.
Yeah, please.
In data anomalies, you are saying sometimes happen is we have each and every data present with us, like for example, name, date of birth, whatsoever data you were providing in the first this missing records. But sometimes it is not relevant to that data. I mean to say, the data is not correct. Okay. For example, let XYZ be a person, and earlier he was using a cell number. That cell number is mentioned, but now we have changed the cell number. So in which case we take that anomaly as?
That is also that comes. I should have mentioned that in the first place. These are called invalid records. Invalid records, like one example can be what you have mentioned. कि पहले मेरे पास जो data था, but now it is obsolete. अभी कुछ और हो गया है, वो update नहीं है मेरे पास. So that is invalid record. There can be invalid records like negative number in age of the customers. गलती से negative entry हो रखी है for some reason. So straightforward, invalid record. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I was talking about redundancy. What can be the cases of redundancy? Like which data is not useful? Now, who will decide whether the data is useful or not? I usually, I will try to give a very crude example, but I hope I will make my point. Suppose you have a savings account in bank, you must be having salary accounts in bank, and you might be having credit cards and all. So what do you think? अगर बैंक की वो एक्सेल शीट इमेजिन करो, बैंक अपना डेटा अगर एक्सेल शीट में भर रहा होगा तो कॉलम हेडर कैसे कैसे होंगे उनके? Rishabh, your mic is on. Do you need to say something? Okay. Guys, if you want to say something, then most welcome. Otherwise, please mute yourself for everybody's sake. आपके बैकग्राउंड में अगर नॉइस हो रहा होगा सबको डिस्टर्बेंस होता है. हाँ, अगर बात करनी है तो वेरी वेलकम, नो प्रॉब्लम विद दैट. चलिए, हाँ जी, मैं कह रहा था बैंक वालों की एक्सेल शीट कैसी होती होगी, क्या क्या डेटा लिखते होंगे वो आपका?
सर अकाउंट नंबर, अकाउंट होल्डर का नाम, कासा वैल्यू, उसकी कब से अकाउंट है, अकाउंट ओपनिंग डेट.
ओके, डेट ऑफ जॉइनिंग,
एवरेज बैलेंस,
करंट बैलेंस भी होंगे.
ID that you have provided while opening the account inside.
Customer ID.
Contact number.
Contact number. Maybe address. What else?
other product that he is using from the bank.
Other products, हाँ जी, बिल्कुल सही बात है. Credit card, yes or no, है कि नहीं है ना? Credit card यूज कर रहा है कि नहीं है? Yes तो कौन सा है? Platinum है कि Gold है कि Visa है कि Master, yes or no?
Yes sir.
तरह की कहानी होगी. क्रेडिट कार्ड में लिमिट कितना है, कितना लिमिट यूज कर लिया है, दुनिया भर की बातें. ये हम सोच रहे हैं, बैंक पता नहीं कितना कुछ सोच रहा होगा. ये 10-15 कॉलम तो हमने सोच लिया अभी बैठे बैठे. बैंक और भी कुछ कर रहा होगा. ना थिंक अबाउट इट. अगर मैं इस बैंक में जॉब कर रहा हूँ और मेरा मैनेजर आके मुझसे क्या कहते हैं, दैट मिस्टर एनालिस्ट और मिस एनालिस्ट, देयर इज रक्षाबंधन जस्ट अराउंड द कॉर्नर. Not Rakshabandhan here. I should choose something else. Say Women's Day is, he says, Women's Day is coming up, and I need to float some promotional offers on credit card. So can you please just go around and look? Whom should we target with what offer? So think about it. बैंक के पास ये दुनिया भर का डेटा है और हजारों कस्टमर का डेटा है. Do I need to analyze all of this gamut of information? Yes, no,
No, sir.
maybe. क्या मुझे ये सारा डेटा एनालाइज करने का जरूरत है?
नहीं सर, सिर्फ रेलेवेंट पॉइंट जो.
हाँ जी, तो क्या हुआ रेलेवेंट पॉइंट इस बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम का?
First we'll put the filter for women's only. अगर हम women's के लिए if we are planning something, so we'll put the filter for women's.
Fantastic.
So that will be reduced.
What else?
Filter can be used like I can't think right now.
That's okay, perfectly fine. Aarti, you there?
Yes sir, yes sir.
हाँ बेटा, आ रहा है समझ में जो जो बातें करता जा रहा हूँ?
No sir, I'm listening.
नहीं, you are listening, but कानों में जा रहा है या ऊपर से जा रहा है?
नहीं, just I'm trying to understand.
अच्छा ठीक है. चल ठीक है. Okay. Think about it. देखो, now this is the problem. और ये बड़ी प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम है, यू नो. तुमसे कोई ये नहीं कहेगा कि ये वाला प्रोसेस करके ला दो. तुम्हारा मैनेजर जल्दी से आएगा और ऐसे ही दो तीन बातें बताएगा एंड ही विल लीव इट टू यू, बिकॉज उसे भी नहीं पता कि टेक्निकली इनको बोलेंगे क्या. क्या बोला है मेरे मैनेजर ने, उसकी बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम क्या है? वो बोल के गया है विमेंस डे आ रहा है और क्रेडिट कार्ड पे कुछ प्रमोशंस ऑफर हमें फ्लोट करना है. जानता हूँ इनडायरेक्टली क्या बोल के गया है? एक फिल्टर तो जेंडर पे लगाओ, बिकॉज वीमेंस डे आ रहा है, मेरे को अपने फीमेल कस्टमर्स के बात करना है. और फीमेल कस्टमर्स भी कौन से? जिनके पास क्रेडिट कार्ड होता हो.
Credit card, yeah, exactly.
तो थिंक अबाउट इट. मेरे को ये सारी दुनिया जहान के डेटा से बात नहीं करनी है. मेरे को कौन से डेटा से बात करनी है? मेरे फीमेल कस्टमर्स. कौन से फीमेल कस्टमर्स? सिर्फ उतने जिनके पास क्रेडिट कार्ड यूजर, जो क्रेडिट कार्ड यूजर है. बाकी डेटा क्या हो गया मेरे लिए? क्या हो गया? यही जो हाईलाइटेड है. Now that data is redundant. It is useless for this particular problem. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि डिलीट कर दो उसको. इस प्रॉब्लम के लिए किसी काम का नहीं है, बाकी किसी प्रॉब्लम के लिए हो सकता है बहुत काम आएगा. So this is redundancy and it will be decided by business problem.
So this can further be reduced, I guess, by women who are using credit card on regular basis. Like if they are providing some, yeah, those, because most of them take the credit card and if they don't use, so they also don't fit into this.
Kind of.
So we can reduce
kind of. You see, now what I mean to say is, I hope you got the point. There can be further refined layers. Yes or no? Now I can see who are using credit card frequently. Now I can see who are using on the credit card with my business partners. Suppose I partner with Flipkart, but they are shopping on Amazon. It is no good for me. So there can be several layers to it now. But I hope you got the point. कि कैसा सोचना शुरू करते हैं.
Exactly.
Right? You got? How do I decide redundancy? So I don't need to analyze all possible data. वो खराब ही करेगा कुछ ना कुछ. मेरे सारे प्रोसेस मतलब स्लो हो जाएंगे. एक तो मुझे थोड़े से डेटा पे काम करना था, मैंने दुनिया भर का डेटा ले लिया. और दूसरे वो मुझे कहीं ना कहीं जाके कंफ्यूज ही कर देगा, खराब कराएगा एनालिसिस. So this is important to select the right data for the said business problem. So that we will see in detail in our SQL module. Another such problem is outliers. नाम सुना?
नहीं सर.
गूगल कर लो. नहीं सुना है तो सुन लो ना. जस्ट ज़्यादा मतलब इतना भी वो नहीं करना कि आउटलायर्स इन डेटा साइंस, वो जरूरत नहीं है. आउटलायर का मतलब समझो पहले क्या है. इन जनरल किस चीज़ को हम कह रहे हैं?
Sir, a thing which is detached from the main body.
ये कहाँ से छापा भाई?
नहीं छापा नहीं सर.
अच्छा नहीं नहीं, मैं तो सिंपली कह रहा हूँ गूगल कर लो.
हाँ हाँ गूगल है सर.
अच्छा. Anybody else? किसी और ने कुछ देखा? Simpler definition of outlier. Just type outlier meaning in Google. It will take care of it. वैसे तो उसके नाम में ही लिखा हुआ है outlier.
A person or thing different from all other.
Of the main body. This is what written in the Google.
म्हणजे आउटलायर हम किसको बोल रहे हैं? आउटलायर मतलब something which is not usually happening, which is very far off from our routine phenomena. That is being called as outlier. That observation is outlier. For example, एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल बता देता हूँ आपको. कैसे लाइक यूनिवर्सिटी स्टूडेंट्स. एक यूनिवर्सिटी अपने बैचलर प्रोग्राम के स्टूडेंट्स का डेटा रखती होगी, तो कैसा दिखता होगा उनका डेटा? मे बी रोल नंबर. उनकी एक्सेल शीट बनने लगे हम तो क्या क्या आता होगा? रोल नंबर, स्टूडेंट्स नेम, व्हाट एल्स?
Branch they are studying in.
हाँ ओके. सब्जेक्ट में वेरी फाइन. व्हाट एल्स?
Percentage.
Year of the program. Okay.
Percentage they have scored.
Okay. Percentage available. चलो माना. लास्ट ईयर की परसेंटेज हमें पता है. Maybe age of the student.
Attendance.
Okay. हाँ अटेंडेंस नाम की भी एक मिसाइल होती है. एंड मे बी सो ऑन. बहुत सारी चीजें चले जाती हैं. So in this, suppose there are the roll number usually एक random सा number होता है और स्टूडेंट्स के नेम भी चल रहे होंगे, लाइक ABCD जो भी हैं. सब्जेक्ट मेजर चल रहे होंगे, मैथ्स, बायो, आर्ट्स, कॉमर्स, जो भी है, और एंड सो ऑन. ओके. एंड सपोज वी आर रिकॉर्डिंग देयर एज एंड स्टूडेंट्स की एज कैसी चल रही होगी ग्रेजुएशन स्टूडेंट्स की? मे बी 19, 18, 20. yes or no? 18, 19, 20, something like that. So suppose it is this kind of data. और यहाँ पर मैं कहीं पर देखूं there is somebody of age say
Sir, voice not audible.
voice not audible.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
अच्छा हाँ तो वो तो मैं ही नहीं बोल रहा, तो सांस तो लेने दोगे यार। ठीक है मैं ही नहीं बोल रहा था, अदरवाइज तो चल ठीक है। तो what do we see here? Are you getting my point? मेरे रूटीन स्टूडेंट्स की एज कैसे कैसे आती है 19, 18, 20, 21 जस्ट लाइक दैट। यूजुअली मेरे ग्रेजुएशन स्टूडेंट्स की एज इस ब्रैकेट में घूमती रहती है। Getting my point? 18, 19, 20, sometimes especially younger person maybe 17, sometimes especially older people maybe 22 or 23, but then I see a value which is 42. What do I say? What do I understand from this? Now I should become skeptical about this value, because for a simpler explanation this can be invalid record. हो सकता है हमारे डेटा एंट्री करने वालों से या मे बी ETL करने वालों से किसी से मिस्टेक हो गया ये रिकॉर्ड एंटर करना है। यस और नो, वो भी तो पॉसिबल है भाई, ह्यूमन एरर भी तो हो सकता है। So what I can do, I can go back to the data source and I can verify that boss ये value मेरे को गले नहीं उतर रहा है, doesn't seem likely, and maybe I can cross check, and if it is invalid value we can get it corrected. I can get it corrected. But what if I cross check and I get to find that this is a genuine value? मैं डेटा सोर्स के पास गया कि भाई ये वैल्यू ठीक ठाक नहीं लग रहा है, बिकॉज दिस इज वे बियॉन्ड माई रूटीन रेंज। यही डेफिनेशन था आउटलायर का, भाई यही डेफिनेशन था ना आउटलायर का।
यस सर।
अगर ये गलत ही रिकॉर्ड था तो मैं ठीक कर लूंगा और ये मेरी रूटीन रेंज वाली वैल्यू बन जाएगा। सपोज मेरे डेटा एंट्री ऑपरेटर ने एंटर करना था 22, गलती से 42 एंटर कर दिया, तो फिर तो वो 22 बन जाएगा, मैं ठीक कर लूंगा इस रिकॉर्ड को और वो गया मेरे अपने रूटीन रिकॉर्ड में। लेकिन अब मुझे पता चला है कि ये तो जेन्युइनली ऐसा ही केस है। मेरा डेटा सोर्स बताता है कि नहीं, देयर इज रियली अ पर्सन एंड फॉर सम रीजन, फॉर सम बैड लक उस समय अपना एजुकेशन कंटिन्यू नहीं कर पाया या कर पाई, एंड नाउ ही और शी इज हियर, बट दिस इज अ जेन्युइन पर्सन। अब प्रॉब्लम है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? एक तो ये जेन्युइन पर्सन है and it is way beyond my routine range. Now this observation is whom I am referring to as outlier. So outlier का मतलब ये नहीं है कि कोई invalid record है तो वो भी outlier बोल दूं मैं उसको, ना ऐसा नहीं। Outliers are very genuine person, they are genuinely there, it is just that they are way beyond the routine range, either very high than routine range or either very low than routine range. ऐसे लोग आउटलायर कहला रहे हैं। ठीक है जी, इनकम में आउटलायर की बात करें तो कौन है ऐसे लोग, बताओगे जरा जल्दी से।
Pension headed people.
हाँ जी,
Sir, those people who are in the pension account.
पेंशन फॉर्म समझा नहीं
Sir, नहीं, जो like government officials, those who take pension or maybe outliers.
पेंशन वाले आउटलायर्स होंगे। on which end you are saying, on the lower end?
Yeah, on the lower end, sir.
हाँ ओके ठीक है, on the higher end whom I am talking about?
Ambani is paid less.
Ambanis and Birlas and Tatas and Bill Gates and Zuckerbergs and of the world. So, yeah, of course, they are outlier on higher end of salary incomes. वो भी outlier हैं. They are way beyond our routine range. लेकिन मेरे कहने का मतलब क्या है? They are genuine people. उन्होंने कोई पाप नहीं कर दिया है. वो टैलेंट है उनका कि वो आउटलायर हैं इनकम वाइज. But they are way beyond the general public. ऐसे लोगों को बोला आउटलायर. यहां तक ठीक ठाक. एक दिन के लिए ज्यादा तो नहीं हो गया? ऐसा तो नहीं लग रहा है बहुत कुछ हो गया? पिया नहीं जाएगा अब?
नहीं सर, अभी तक तो हो रहा है डाइजेस्ट.
अच्छा, अभी तक जा रहा है बराबर. ठीक है. एनीबॉडी एल्स? और किसी को तो नहीं लग रहा है सर कि गले तक आ गया सर? अभी रहने दो.
गुड टू गो सर.
चलो ठीक है. ओके ओके. तो अब एक क्वेश्चन मैं कर रहा हूँ आपसे. तो अगर इफ इट इज गुड टू गो, अगर अभी जान है तुम में तो लगाओ दिमाग थोड़ा सा. जब मैं तुमसे कह ही रहा हूँ कि ये आउटलायर है, चलो आउटलायर माना रूटीन रेंज से बाहर है, लेकिन है तो जेन्युइन पर्सन. ये तो कंडीशन है आउटलायर की, दैट आउटलायर्स आर वेरी जेन्युइन ऑब्जर्वेशंस. इट इज जस्ट दैट दे आर बियॉन्ड रूटीन रेंज, आइदर ऑन हायर और लोअर साइड. मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम है फिर? अगर ये जेन्युइन ही डेटा पॉइंट है तो मेरी प्रॉब्लम क्या है इससे? मैं एनोमली क्यों बोल रहा हूँ इसको?
सर शायद मतलब एक पर्टिकुलर रेंज में ही मुझे प्रोसेसिंग करनी होगी. उस रेंज से वो बाहर जा रहा होगा तो शायद नहीं कर पाऊंगा प्रोसेसिंग.
अच्छा ऋषभ, एक तरह से बात ठीक है, लेकिन ये गेस कैसे किया है? नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग दिस. You are talking something of level of regression analysis. How come? अरे एमएससी वगैरह कर
नहीं
किया
सर,
क्या
मैंने
आपसे?
तो नहीं सर, बीटेक करी है बस, ज्यादा कुछ.
अरे कमाल हो गया. इतनी ढंग से बीटेक करने वाला पहली बार देख रहे हैं. बीटेक तो हमने भी की थी यार, हमने तो ध्यान से नहीं पढ़ा इतना. चल कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है. एनीबॉडी एल्स?
अब तो सर कुछ नहीं याद रहा.
नहीं रे प्रतीक, तू रहने दे, तू मजा खराब करेगा इनका भी. अभी रुक जा.
In a way, these outliers can be time taking. Like if I will see this data, okay, I am seeing 19, 18, 20, 21, 19, 17, whatever it is, and all of a sudden I'll see a 42. So first I need to confirm from the person who is entering the data whether this data is correct or not. I'll look for it. So it can be time consuming in a way. So it can be an anomaly in that sense.
Okay. It can be one good reason, okay, and it is not exactly the reason, but okay, taken. Pratik, you should stay for a while. Rishabh, done. Nishant, I need you to contribute to this. What is your idea that why outlier is anomaly? आप लोगों को डीएम करने की जरूरत नहीं है. प्रतीक, डोंट डीएम मी बिकॉज बाकी लोगों को पता नहीं चलेगा मैं किस क्वेश्चन का आंसर कर रहा हूँ. सो अदर्स ऑल्सो don't directly don't give in private chat any message unless and until it is something private on your end. Otherwise you can ask any question if you are using chat box, and you can keep it public. Others should also know. उनका भी क्वेश्चन ऐसा ही हो सकता है जैसा आपका। हाँ जी निशांत, एनीथिंग? ओके, नारियों, ओ नारियों, वुमन पावर, आरती,
Yes,
रजती,
sir.
एनीथिंग, एनी आइडिया कि आउटलायर मेरे लिए क्या प्रॉब्लम है? एनी गेस, वाइल्ड गेस?
So the profile of the student will be different. They'll have different experience. Will not match the demographics of the rest of the students.
ओके, निशांत अभी बोलो, प्रतीक, सॉरी प्रतीक अभी बोल सकते हो।
So actually हमारे most of the models जिन पे हम work करते हैं सारे outliers के बहुत sensitive है, so the overall it affects the mean directly, जिस वजह से हमारा model bias हो जाएगा।
देखिए क्या कहने का कोशिश किया प्रतीक ने, अभी मॉडल वगैरह की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं, अभी अगेन बहुत लेमन टर्म्स में बात कर रहा हूँ। अभी ये जस्ट ये समझाने के लिए कि कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है, एग्जैक्ट मैथमेटिक्स क्या है वो तो बाद में समझेंगे, देखते रहेंगे आप। अगर मैं सपोज स्टूडेंट्स की एज पे कुछ एनालिसिस कर रहा हूँ और मेरे को एज के बेसिस पे सपोज कुछ पॉलिसी लाना है या कुछ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप करना है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ एज मेरे यूनिवर्सिटी को, व्हाट विल हैपन? मेरे स्टूडेंट यूजुअली किस एज ग्रुप के हैं? 19, 18, 20, 21, 22। ऑन एंड एवरेज अगर मेरे को बताना हो कि हाँ जी हमारे स्टूडेंट्स कैसे कैसे हैं, तो ऑन एंड एवरेज मेरे को एज आनी चाहिए थी 19। यू सी दिस? हमारे स्टूडेंट्स 19 ईयर्स, 20 ईयर्स और मे बी अराउंड 19, थोड़ा बहुत इधर थोड़ा बहुत उधर, इतनी एज के होते हैं और उस हिसाब से पॉलिसी बन जानी चाहिए थी। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अगर डेवलप कर रहे थे तो वो हो जाना चाहिए था। होगा क्या? जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस आउटलायर व्हाट विल हैपन? यू सी व्हाट हैज हैपेंड? पे अटेंशन टू दैट रिंग। आप देख पा रहे हो ना ये जो ड्राइंग में बनाता हूँ? एक्सेल शीट में नीचे मैंने गोला खींचा है, वो दिख रहा है ना? एवरेज दिखा रहा है वहाँ पे।
दिख रहा है सर, दिख रहा है।
What has happened? Actually मेरे जो स्टूडेंट्स आ रहे थे they were around 19, little bit plus or little bit minus. Just because of this outlier, that mean has shifted towards this outlier. Now I am saying it is beyond 22. मैं अगर कुछ पॉलिसी ला रहा था वो इस एज के हिसाब से बन जाएगी, मैं अगर कुछ इंफ्रा ला रहा था वो इस एज ग्रुप के हिसाब से हो जाएगा, मैं जो कुछ भी डिसीजन लेने वाला था वो इस एज ग्रुप के हिसाब से हो जाएगा और हमेशा हमेशा के लिए गलत हो जाएगा, क्योंकि मेरे स्टूडेंट्स तो हमेशा ऐसे ही रहेंगे। ये आउटलायर तो इस साल है ना, आज से पहले कभी आया था ना, इस सेशन के बाद कभी आएगा। यस और नो? आई होप थोड़ा सा आई मीन बड़ा रॉ सा एग्जांपल है बट समझ आ गई होगी बात। बस सारे एग्जांपल रॉ ही दे रहा हूँ मैं। Got it guys? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
So in this sense, this outlier is a problem. That is why I am calling it anomaly. But at the same time, I am also calling that this anomaly is case specific. ये केस स्पेसिफिक है, ये एनोमली क्या आउटलायर मेरी एनोमली है कि नहीं है, ये डिसाइड करेगा मेरा बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम। लाइक इन दिस केस मेरा बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम क्या था कि मेरे को अपने स्टूडेंट्स की एज के हिसाब से कुछ उनको कुछ जनरल इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लाना था या कुछ उनके लिए इंफ्रा डेवलप कराना था। So in this case, outlier is a problem. Suppose मेरा बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम कुछ और होता, जैसे मेरा बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम क्या होता कि जिन स्टूडेंट्स की अटेंडेंस 90 प्लस चल रही है उनको हम कुछ अवार्ड देंगे, ए कैटेगरी अवार्ड। जिनकी 80 प्लस चल रही है, 80-90 के बीच चल रही है, उनको हम बी कैटेगरी वाले बोल देंगे और उनको वो वाला अवार्ड दे देंगे, एंड दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग। तो थिंक अबाउट इट। अब मुझे प्रॉब्लम है क्या इससे, इस आदमी से? Yes, no, maybe. प्रॉब्लम सुना, प्रॉब्लम सुन लिया। प्रॉब्लम क्या है? अब की बार यूनिवर्सिटी क्या कह रही है? वो कह रहे हैं कि अटेंडेंस के बेसिस पे हमें स्टूडेंट्स को कैटेगराइज करना है, और टॉप अटेंडेंस वालों को कोई अवार्ड देंगे, उससे नीचे वाले कैटेगरी को कोई सा और देंगे, और कौन सा देंगे, और वो अवार्ड का बजट वगैरह डिसाइड करके बता दो मेरे को। मैं क्या कह रहे हैं कि अटेंडेंस के बेसिस पे अपने स्टूडेंट्स की कैटेगरी बना दो, और किसको क्या अवार्ड देना है वो बजट डिसाइड कर लो। मैं कह रहा हूँ अब मुझे कुछ प्रॉब्लम है इस आदमी से, इस बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम में?
नहीं सर।
गेटिंग द पॉइंट? अब मुझे क्या मतलब यार किसका एज कितना है? तो द बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम विल डिसाइड कि आउटलायर मेरी प्रॉब्लम है या नहीं। तो अगेन, अ बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम डिफाइंड एनोमली होता है आउटलायर भी। साउंड्स गुड। इंटेंस तो नहीं हो गया ज़्यादा? तो इतना मसाला था डेटा प्रिपरेशन में। नेक्स्ट टाइम चलते हैं डेटा माइनिंग, अगले सेशन में बात करते हैं अलॉन्ग विद इंस्टॉलेशंस। कुछ इंस्टॉलेशंस भी करेंगे, कुछ टूल्स। नेक्स्ट टाइम आप लोगों के पास मशीन होना चाहिए। योर मशीन preferably it should be 8 GB RAM machine. It can be any core i3, i5, i7, any will do. RAM should be minimum 8 GB. अगर उससे कम है तो अभी चल जाएगा, लेकिन हडूप आते आते आपको अपग्रेड कराना पड़ जाएगा। You will be dealing with some heavy memory occupying tools. तो बेटर है कि अभी बीच में एक वीक है
सर, बट अगर
अपग्रेड करा लेना।
अब अभी अपग्रेड कराएंगे तो मेरे सारे डेटा मतलब मेरे को फॉर्मेट मारना पड़ेगा, स्पीड ड्राइव पूरा उसका बैकअप लेना पड़ेगा, लंबा काम हो जाएगा।
हाँ, तो एक हफ्ता भी तो है बीच में।
ठीक है सर।
Sir, I use a Mac.
Who was that?
Rajati sir, I use a Mac sir.
ओके ओके, बट अगेन रैम तो होगा ना उसमें। आई थिंक मैक इज ओके, मैक विल डू जस्ट गुड।
Okay.
अभी अगर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन नहीं है तो अभी इतना टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन मैं हडूप के पर्पज से बता रहा हूँ, जब बिग डेटा आने लगेगा अब तो पाइथन मॉड्यूल देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम। तो व्हेन आई से पाइथन मॉड्यूल, इसका मतलब 3 months डाउन द लाइन एटलीस्ट। तो 3-4 महीने काम चलेगा अभी, तो देयर इज सफिशिएंट टाइम, जब भी टाइम हो बट अपग्रेड करा लीजिएगा एटलीस्ट 8 GB, प्रेफरेबली 12 और 16 GB। So we are starting, in fact we have already started a roller coaster ride, and it is going to be fun, and sometimes it is going to be painful, sometimes it may feel like too much hectic. This is not to discourage you, this is just to set your expectation right. This is going to take a toll, definitely, but this is going to pay double the fruit, that is also sure, provided you put in your time, effort, energy, and of course industry. So this is, you can consider this as one final fun weekend. After that, there is no fun weekend for quite some time.
टाइम सीरीज तक फन वीकेंड है, टाइम सीरीज आने के बाद से सब बेकार वीकेंड है।
अरे नहीं नहीं, तुम यू आर अंडर एस्टिमेटिंग यार, है ना। मैं पहले वीकेंड से ही खराब कर दूंगा ना तुम्हारा। गलत उम्मीद करते हो ना तुम लोग मेरे से। तो ठीक है, डरने की जरूरत नहीं है। As long as I am by your side, you don't have to worry. I'll just need sincere efforts and sincere practices and regularity, guys. Regularity, that is imperative, people. आप सोचो इस वीकेंड क्लास अटेंड करेंगे और फिर अगले वीकेंड क्लास अटेंड नहीं होगा, ब्लैंक हो जाओगे बीच में। लेकिन अगर डेली भी नहीं तो अल्टरनेट डे, आधा घंटा भी नहीं तो 20 मिनट, अगर इतना भी चलता रहा, आई प्रॉमिस यू, पार करा दूंगा गाड़ी। प्लेसमेंट ले लेके निकलोगे यहाँ से अच्छे। ठीक है जी, तो कर लो अपना लास्ट संडे एंजॉय। कल को देख लो मूवी शूवी अगर इच्छा हो तो। Any question before I depart? Sorry, I forgot to ask.
Yes,
Any other question before I depart? Anybody? Any question?
In the chat box एक बार देख लेना, इसमें मेरा एरर दे रहा है, अगर आप देखना चाहें तो if you can help.
ओल्ड विंटर चलाने वाले हो तुम। एक तो ये स्टैट्स मॉडल क्यों यूज करते हो, मुझे नफरत होती है ये देख के। एसके लर्न से क्या प्रॉब्लम है तुम लोगों को?
एसके में भी मतलब चलाया नहीं इसके लिए मैंने।
बता दे रहा हूँ, एक एसके लर्न मॉडल में वहां पे फाइंड आउट करो, एंड देयर इज अ मॉड्यूल टी सीरीज, स्पेसिफिकली टी सीरीज व्हिच डील्स विद टाइम सीरीज ऑल टुगेदर।
ओके,
सारे मॉडल उसमें है, सिंटेक्स बहुत सिंपल है और बहुत एफिशिएंट है, टाइम भी कम लेते हैं एग्जीक्यूट होने में। एक्सप्लोर करो थोड़ा सा, मिल जाएगा।
ठीक है।
Okay, seems like no further question, so I think we are good to go. So ठीक है guys, happy journey ahead, happy learning, and I'll see you next weekend. Till then, bye bye, take care, take very good care of yourself. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, very welcome. Welcome those who are thanking me, and thank you those who are not thanking me. See you on coming Saturday. Bye all.
Bye.
Goodbye, sir.
Bye.